I'm Sebastian Con, I'm a biologist and I work for Ilitio Wildlife Rescue Center. Ecuador is a very biodiverse place, so it's a big challenge as well as a very exciting place to work in as a conservation biologist. The Rescue Center works with Andean animals. We receive, rehabilitate and release any wild animals that we can. Ukumari means the strength of the bear in Quechua. We were told that we're getting a bear that was 4 months old. He was paralyzed from the neck down. Even though he was so small, he had this strength and this very strong will that I haven't seen in other bears. The location for the release of the bear was chosen because there's a lot of pristine habitat around. The Rio Suñac Reserve, owned by Fundación Ecominga, is forming a very important wildlife corridor between two large national parks. The spectacled bear is classified as vulnerable both internationally and locally here in Ecuador. The spectacled bear is the only species of bear in South America. It's a very special bear. It's called spectacled because they have these white markings around their eyes. When he wakes up, he's gonna have to fight with pumas, he's gonna have to fight with bears, and there's many other dangers out there. But at least he won't be in captivity. He's gonna be fighting those battles out there on his own, but in the wild. Especially with this bear that was always so stressed out with people, it would be a crime to commit him to captivity for the rest of his life. Spectacled bears don't do well in captivity normally, even under good circumstances. Okay, as we're walking up, there's all sorts of activity. There's 2 or 3 people holding the bear in the stretcher. We have someone holding the IV higher up. We have these camera crew, photographers, journalists, people from the Ministry of Environment, and all these people that are pitching in for this event, this release. And all of us, walked up the 2 hours that it took to walk up, and some people even stayed behind, camped for that night, and monitored the bear the next morning.
Todo este proceso es complicado porque muchas veces no sabemos cómo reaccionar el animal. La parte clínica, la parte médica, de lo que se encarga es de que el animal tenga un despertar lo más tranquilo posible. Los anestésicos, ninguno de los anestésicos hace que el animal se despierte de una manera fabulosa. Siempre existen ciertas condiciones en las que los animales van a sentirse posiblemente desorientados, y si él trata de ir hacia un lugar donde es peligroso, posiblemente tengamos que lamentar la vida del animal o de los involucrados en la liberación.
We were walking up the mountain and the bear started waking up. So we were forced to quickly find a place to leave him. We walked up this hill and found this beautiful big tree with a nice level spot next to it where the bear could rest. So we put him down there until the anesthetics wore off. It's taken a long time to get to this moment, almost 2 years of working and taking care of this bear, feeding him. And even though everything's going fine, we're still worried. We're all happy, but still there's always that worry. All those people that put in their heart, their energy, everyone is committed completely to getting this bear through. And that's just one animal. We have, in the same year when Ukumari was rescued, 5 other bears were rescued in Ecuador. So it's a lot of work. A lot of the hard work goes after, monitoring the bear the next few years, making sure he's alive, trying to follow his footsteps, but that area is very inaccessible and it's very difficult to go there, so it's quite a challenge.
Ya pensamos que no iba a sobrevivir porque estaba muy grave, y verlo libre en ese momento pues es una sensación indescriptible realmente.
To be able to release a bear, it's a dream many years in the making. This is the first bear that has been completely rehabilitated in our rescue center. And that moment where you go and you manage to see the bear and he's free, it's always exciting. You think, that animal was in my hands. I was able to help that animal in a way. So yeah, it's magical, you can even say.